Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 here. I'm not going to be doing a lot of videos tonight. I'm just going to be doing like this one and kind of familiar, probably. And I will try to do So I Can't Play Age, but we will have to see. But this is Fairy Tail Fairy Tail episode review 146. Okay, I'll just say right off the bat. Michelle, you've won the BS Artist Award. Yeah, she's won it. I'm calling it. Because I know I've said about a lot of mean things about Chihiri from XL World, but Michelle, she gets the award. Because, you know why? At least Chihiri is actually herself. At least that's her. That's the real Chihiri. And at least, you know, to some extent, she does care about Haru and Taku for doing this. And I'm going to get off the heat on her. Take the heat off on her because, you know, she's doing it for obvious reasons. But Michelle, she has no argument. Zilch. Zippo. Nothing. Zero. Her name's not even Michelle. It's Imitatia. So why are you saying, oh, you're mine, Nee-san? Nee-san. Why are you saying it? You're not Michelle! You're not! You have no argument! You just look like her! Give me a break! You say you're gonna keep her to yourself? Fucking stupid bitch! You have nothing! God damn! Ah. Unbelievable. Alright, let's get into this review of mine right there. Little mini rant. Beginning we get, this was a very interesting episode, I will say that. Because in the beginning we have, what do we have in the beginning? I forgot. Well, let's go bit by bit. Let's start with Natsu. What would happen with him? Because there was a lot of things going on. There was a thing going on with Natsu. There was a thing going on with Lahar. You know, let's go with Natsu. Natsu, he broke out. Now, at first, I thought he was going to fight Cobra in this episode. But no, he doesn't fight Cobra in this episode. He breaks out with Coco. And he sees, generally Botjang. Ugh. I'll never get it. But guess who shows up? Reject. Flintstones dinosaur guy. Yeah, Got-Man. He's like, I don't have to use my magic on you. He kicks the shit and they get said flying. Just said flying. And I was like, oh my god. So what ends up happening there is Natsu's going to fight him. He's going to fight Gatman, but it's like, you know what's coming here. He's going to use his rupture magic. So he starts using it on Natsu and Coco, and he gets to a point where it's like, they're getting toasted. Just completely toasted. And what ends on happening is, eventually Hugh shows up. She shows up with her wand, and she freezes Gatman. But guess what? He can still use the rupture magic. And I'm like, what? Yeah, he can still use the rupture magic to some extent. And it's getting to a point where it's like, uh-oh, you know? It's like, oh, they're in trouble again. But then she uses her magic again, Hughes, to control him and you know, levitate him and throw him to the side. And that's when Natsu and Coco move on their merry way. The other thing, that's probably the only thing we see of Natsu. Until later on, he shows up to where the Cardinal is. Then we go in with Lahar. Lahar also had a scene in this. Earlier on in the episode, there was a thing with Lahar. He's with Dornbolt, you know, Mest. And he's talking to the Magic Council, and he's telling them, oh, we need to take action right now. We have evidence. We know that Wumperwant, Cardinal Wumperwant, the guy with the, you know, haircut thing, we know he's behind this. He says, not yet, we can't make a move yet. And he's a little frustrated, Lahar. He wants to make a move, but he can't. And, you know, Mess is there to comfort him with the whole situation. And then we get then we go into the fight with Mira Jane and Racer. Oh my god. That was insane. Racer went, holy shit, went completely apeshit on Mary Jane, because Mary Jane was beating his ass for a good long while. And I was surprised with that. I was like, what? It was like, oh my god, she's beating him up to a point. Like, faster than he is. Until he decides to use his full speed, and he's bumping and bruising her, and then she then goes into using her full speed. And what happens is, eventually she's able to get him, because he made like copies of himself. It seemed like he made copies of himself, but it was really just him really moving really fast. And she's able to grab him and throw him down to the ground, and there's an interesting conversation that they have. And I think it's pretty much guaranteed that, I don't know about Angel and Cobra and Midnight, but Racer and Aragorn, both of them were mind controlled. It's as simple as that. We already know this. It's more or less proven that they were mind controlled, and I believe it's Wumperant. Yes. In fact, he's got the same abilities as Zero, to an extent. So, he was the one controlling their mind, and basically, we see a flashback of Racer when he was in the Tower of Heaven. The Tower of Heaven. It was in the Tower of Heaven, you know, the whole stick, and Mir just saying, oh, it seems like you're running away from something. You just keep running away, while I don't do that. To protect my friends. You know, the whole, fairy tale Mitoshi speech. And, he starts, crying and everything, and he's been defeated, so it seems like when a member of the Racing States is defeated, they have a revelation, and they go back to normal. That was the whole bit on that. Then, we sense that, okay, Midnight, he's not fucking around. He says, okay, Cobra and Angel, you got to go out there and deal with these people. And deal with them. Now, the other thing that happened in this episode also, skipping a little ahead here, is Fairy Tail. They're showing up there on the scene, and like I said before, everyone was changing because of the clock. It actually changes somebody into a different person. So you become the opposite. Like, a baby becomes an old man. That's basically what this clock does. It seemed like almost like a genjutsu. I want to say it. Almost like a genjutsu. Kind of thing. We also get a scene with the card, with the head, with the archbishop. And he's saying, everything, he's telling his people, everything is okay. Everything is okay. This is meant to change the world for the better. Okay, so yeah, and his eyes are white, so yeah, something's not right here. So what ends on happening, we get another scene, moving forward, like I said about a Fairy Tail, and Urza was, she used the hammer that she was given to by those old guys, those archaeologists, uses it to bring back everyone back to normal. And then we see, I know I'm jumping up and down because there's a lot of shit happening in this episode. Then we see Byro. Byro is a dumbass. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry. He has to be given that title. He's a dumbass. He sends his octopus to attack them. He says, oh, deal with them while I go find out the truth about, the cardinal and everything. See, he's now knows that something's wrong. See, Samuel knew, Sammy, he knew something was wrong before he did. That's bullshit. Byro should have known. The moment he should have known something was up with what was going on was the moment Michelle revealed her true identity. After that happened, he should have said, doesn't look like the Archbishop would do something like this. I'm questioning this. I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do. That's what he should have done. But no, he listened to, he's the dumbass of this episode. That's all I have to say. So moving right along. What ends up happening is Chia-san, he sacrifices himself to grab uses these chains on the ship to grab the ship, send it down. Everyone else gets off the ship. They're there, and everything's okay, and they're all crying because Urza's like saying, "Oh, he's fine. He'll survive." Then we go into the only other thing that really happened in this episode. I said about the thing with Orgataman. Well, Natsu eventually meets up with Gildarts. Oh man, Gildarts! He was epic in this episode. He was. And he remains epic in this episode. Him and Laki? That's her name, Laki. The one who does wood magic. Laki. Him and Laki, they they're able to go through, she can go through wood. So she's going through the wood, and she goes through into the chambers of the archbishop. And he goes like saying, "Oh, I can't deal with this shit. We gotta get out of this. So let's stop hiding." She's like, yeah. And they fall down, and he's asking the archbishop, "Excuse me, sir, what's going on? Why is this happening?" You know, he's basically questioning him, and he's like, "This is good for the people. This is good for the world." He's like totally zoned out, and they're thinking, "Oh, someone must be controlling his mind." And sure enough, there's Cardinal Romperant. And he's up there, and he's like, oh. And he's got that douchebag face, you know. The way he looks. And he's saying, oh, how, you know, Gildarts from Fairy Tail. He knows who he is. And he comes down, and he starts fighting him. And then out of the blue, here comes Natsu. Natsu and Coco. And he, surprisingly enough, knows Natsu as well. So, I don't want to say that he's a reincarnation of freaking, Zero, but he's close to it. It's close. Because Natsu says he recognizes him by his smell. And while they're there talking to him, you know the guy in Fairy Tail who does the telecommunications? The telepathy? He's listening in to what Gildarts is when he's talking to him. Byro hears it. Hears the conversation, and he realizes the archbishop has been controlled this entire time. And he's like, "Dumbass! Dumbass! Dumbass!" Byro, you just gotten the Dumbass Award! Da, 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 da. Come down to the aisle and get your Dumbass Award. With complimentary foot up your ass. Bong! Come on, man. Like, what are you, that stupid? You should have known when you... Moving on. So they find out, and then out of the blue also, here comes... Because what happens is, Romperant, he uses his magic to tie up, Laki in this thing, green tentacle thing, and it's gonna kill her. And then, all out of the blue, it stops. And right behind him is Byro. And he negates his magic. And then here comes Gildarts, charged up as shit and pissed off. Boom! Uppercut right in his fucking face. And he's getting sent flying to the ceiling. And Natsu's like this. Natsu and Coco like this. It was so ridiculous. So that's what happened there. And after that, we go to Lucy. This definitely gets a 4 out of 5. What Imitatia said to Lucy is so stupid. She's like, they're coming for you, Nee-san. Oh, they'll probably die. She's saying all these evil things. She's like, I won't let anyone have you. You're mine. Excuse me? Oh, you get the shit award, my friend. Michelle, you definitely, Imitatia, you definitely get it. Congratulations. Bullshit artist of the fucking year. So, in one corner we have the person who gets the Dumbass Award. Byro, you are the sucker. You get the Sucker Award. And on the other corner we have Michelle. You get the Bullshit Artist Award. Because every time you speak in this show right now, you just spew shit. Shit, 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 and more shit. And this video is going too long, so I gotta stop it right here. But that's basically what happened. My thoughts, like I said, Michelle and Byro, you fail in this episode. You are just so... One person who's really stupid and another person who's full of shit. It's just... It's like, you can't make this shit up. It's like, come on, you know? But we'll see what... Next week, it seems like... Natsu's not going to fight Mumperant. No. Mumperant's been dealt with. Gildarts against Byro. I don't know why he's fighting Gildarts. It seems like they're competing. And we're going to get more commentary from Michelle. You know what, Imitatia? Let me tell you something. Go get a shotgun, put it to your head, and pull the trigger. Because you have no relevance in this situation. You have no relevance. I can't make this shit up. You have no relevance. You're not Michelle! You're not! You're Imitatia. You're part of fucking Racing Sace. Start acting like it instead of bullshitting saying, Nee-san, you're mine. She's not your sister. Damn, bitch. Come on. She's not your sister. No. No. But that's all I got for you guys. Michelle, go kill yourself. You're not Lucy's sister. You're not. You're not. You're not. You fooled her. She doesn't want to be anything do with you. So, fuck you, Michelle. And Byro, man, you gotta go back to school because you were such a fool and a dumbass. See you guys later.